Layer's a hard place to live. Real hard. Ain't no soft landing nowhere in here. You either catch on quick, or this place chew on you slow. This life don't hand out directions. Just wait. Just pressure sitting on your chest every morning. Folks think trouble kicked the door in. Nah. Trouble slick. Trouble got perfume on. Smiling at you like it already know your name, already in the room when you walk in. That's the slings and arrows, you don't hear them fly, you just feel that sting and wonder where it came from. Whole layer wrapped in dark mystery. Old magic in the walls. Wizards whispering deals they don't keep. Dragons watching from the shadows, counting bodies like loose change. Succubus love looks sweet at first, then you wake up lighter than you went to sleep. Heart tax, soul pawn. It's war out here. Quiet war. Betrayal wears silk and smile real nice. Same cats break bread with you. Be the one selling your name 2 streets over. This whole thing a stone cold trip, baby. No fair fights, no refunds. So whatever shield you walk around with, it better be battle tested. Not shiny. Not shiny. Not fresh out the armory, I'm talking chip paint. Bent edges. Blood you couldn't wash off even if you tried. Cause the layer don't care how fly you look in your armor. They care what's still holding when the smoke drifts off. If you still here tomorrow, still breathing, still standing on your square, then yeah, you's a bad mother. Shut your mouth.
Layer.
Wagwan, everyone. Where are we at? We're on Thursday, the 12th, March 2026. A little bit of a conversation before we get into everything. I don't know what kind of parasocial traumatic stuff people be going through on here, or why I hear on panel after panel, you know, tough guy stuff and people want to fight and if they want this kind of energy. For example, I heard somebody talking about Taz earlier. When I look at somebody like Taz, I just think he's passionate and he talk like that no matter what the situation. So when they go, I feel like he personally was attacking me, I think he talk like that to everybody. And again, passionate about the situation. And then, you know, he has picked a side. Then when it comes to somebody like me, again, I'm kind of even keeled. I hear the women that's doing what they doing. I hear the dudes are doing what they doing. And they've picked sides. So if you look at the clip I have with the woman whose name I keep forgetting, who comes up there and starts telling me about the 4B movement and what people doing in Korea, I don't care about any of that. I don't care what all women are doing or what somebody's doing in North Korea. I don't care about any of that. But when you go to a random man and you say that kind of stuff, you can't then tell me something about red pill and manosphere. Because what was the next thing she told me? I heard y'all was on here banging on single moms and women in general, I guess. So then that's the other thing where you can't then come to me and talk to me about red pill and manosphere because you banging on me, thinking I'm a part of some movement that I've never been a part of. Then y'all do this one. Kevin Samuels is y'all daddy. I think me and Kevin Samuels is the same age. I might be older than him. How can somebody my age be my daddy? Well, y'all sit on, I've never quoted anything that man has said. I ain't asked no woman to be fit, feminine, or friendly. I've never said none of the stuff that man ever said. And I've been here 4 years. In fact, I like his earlier production of that show before he got the little cartoons and the sound effects. I think that took away from the whatever he was trying to say at first. Then the other thing is this: people went to find him. So now here's my thing. What was the most recent thing somebody said to me? Something about y'all always want to humble some women. Again, I've been there 4 years. What humble them for what? Then I'll take an example like hood conservative. Okay, cool. Hood conservative is hood conservative. The man be pissed off with me when I see him. He get to snapping because I talk about his lisp. So what is the point of telling me about hood conservative or telling me about Minister Jap or telling me about Tommy Sotomayor? What that got to do with me? And then if you are misandrous and you just want to humble a man, because that's exactly what the misandrists be trying to do. Y'all want to humble a man. Once you go humble somebody that want to fight with you, I don't even like fighting with women or arguing or whatever you want to call the stuff that happens online. To me, it's lame and a waste of time, especially if she's not my family member or my woman. What am I arguing with you about? What are we talking about? So see, that's the thing. We'll have people come over here to be in the chat. I know a lot of time people be trolling, and I'm okay with you trolling. I get it. That's your, that's your fun. Cool. I might troll every now and then. But then when you start going after folks' money, that be the issue. I just got through listening to people talk about, this was Clarissa Shields talking to Shannon Sharp about, Shannon said he was talking to Shakur Stevenson, and he said, Shakur boxing is boring. Cool. He bores you. You don't watch him. Cool. Then Shannon backed it up with, I wouldn't pay for that. So since you're a person of influence and you say you wouldn't pay for that, that might make other people think I shouldn't pay for it either. That is the rub. Those are paid boxers. They box for money. And if you run around there talking about you shouldn't pay the man, why would you do that? Which brings me to this point, the YouTube streets. I often am the common denominator in this statement that's being made. You coming over here to start that shit to try to hurt the channel. I'm not trying to hurt no channels. I'm never trying to hurt no channel. I don't want my channel to be hurt. So I'm definitely not. I haven't struck nobody, no matter what wild shit they just said about me. I haven't flagged nobody's pages. I think it's against, whatever half-ass code we got to stream somebody's stuff while they live streaming. I think it's out of pocket to go on somebody's chat while you live and telling people to come over to your live. I think that's out of pocket. It's all kind of little rules I would never do. And if I have a cordial civil relationship with you, I'm not roasting you. I never would. If you notice, I don't ever roast bomb. I don't ever really argue with mom. I don't agree with everything she say, but I don't roast her. I don't get into back and forth with mom. And that's most of the people in the space. Anybody that's really been here, I don't really try to roast them. So that would include Granville, Sway, Aaron O, you name it, Thanos, Cellulite, Raw B. I would never roast them. I will never. I'm not even trying to get into a back and forth with them. Not because I'm scared of any other stuff. Because I think, for example, one night I'm over there at Witch Doctor channel, and Fighter is doing too much. Raw probably spent $200 telling that man to stop talking about me. And that ain't the first time she done something like that. So it just ain't no way I'm gonna go after Raw. And not just Raw, a bunch of women did that night. Bridget, M, a bunch of women that night was like, shut the fuck up talking about night. And in fact, some of these channels would be saying I'm doing something to them. I done spent $100, hundreds of dollars on their channel. So get off the fucking gas when y'all be talking about I'm trying to sabotage somebody's fucking channel. That's a fucking lie. And me, especially if we ain't really got a relationship like that, it's fuck you anyway. Because if it's fuck me, it's fuck you. We don't need to be friends. We don't need to talk. I'll drop if you come up on the panel. I'm not going to respond to you. Because if I'm trying to be cool with you and you yelling, barking at me and doing them, okay, cool. I don't need no fucking friends. Not fickle, funny style ones like that for damn sure. I will mind my damn business. If that means I can't be on no panels and I'm willing to do that too. But every now and then, you know, folks get to going back and forth, and when I don't get in the middle of that shit. If I've been popping up over on your shit, I might pop up over there. I'm not getting in the middle of that shit. It don't have nothing to do with me. And I don't care nothing about it. So if I pop up in the email and say, hey man, but me saying what I'm saying to you, if you pay attention to how they tell you to do YouTube, I'm not saying nothing to you that YouTube don't already tell you. YouTube say to expand your audience, you need to be putting out shorts. YouTube tells you that. YouTube tells you to give your audience a little bit more, do thumbnails. YouTube tells you that. You don't need to learn that from me. If you get to a space where it kind of like slow down, you don't see no more whatever, it's do more shorts. And if you're doing the same thing, change it up a little bit. Maybe do interviews, do some IRLs. I mean, it's all in your hand, but me talking to you, if you have a preconceived notion in your head about what I'm talking about, that's you. That don't have nothing to do with me. So when motherfuckers walk around here upset with me, that's a them thing. I'm not upset with them. I had did something one night and somehow somebody got blocked or some kind of shit. I'm not blocking folks. I don't block people. I just ignore your ass if I don't fuck with you, but I'm not blocking you. And that's been the case with me for years. I've said it over and over again, but people will still say, you blocked me. Or like that woman said, you dropped me. Another lie. I don't know you to block you. If you did something one time, there's no way. You mean the first time I met you, it ain't no way. The people that end up getting dropped is the one that's habitual line steppers. They won't let nobody else talk. They just won't. Yeah, that person get dropped. If you come up and try to impede the show and we can't talk about nothing else, you might get dropped. Example of that is E-Deep came over one day. He's talking about some other shit. It had nothing to do with the show. And I'll entertain it for a moment because maybe somebody going through something. So I'll entertain it for a moment, but we can't end the show because you have something to say. Especially when you don't be over here like that. You're part of a whole nother camp. And you lied. I'll send you a couple dollars. Why say that? Just finish saying what you're saying and keep it pushing. Why say something like that? It's all bad, man. It don't help the whole overall picture of you. So yeah, I don't get into the whole who's a liar, We all, sinned. Who's a drinker? All these different little skirmishes and back and forth that people be going through. But I do know it's a bunch of people that's here for it. Maybe that's the thing with my channel. I try to avoid all that bullshit. What's the point of it? And don't get me wrong. People act funny style, do little slick shit, and I'm conscious of it all. I just ignore it. Keep on pushing. And even with them, it should become to a point where they be like, man, I might as well leave him alone. He ain't biting. I'm not biting. I know the little slick shit you did. It just make me not mess with people. Do a little less. That way I don't get, I don't get upset. I'll check myself. I'll hold myself accountable. You don't have to worry about it. Let me see. I'll be looking at Angry Man sometime and other channels. Here's the thing that Angry Man does that I think is kind of cool. Angry Man will go quiet for a minute. I'm looking at the channel like, did he freeze up, whatever else? No, he just quiet. He just ain't saying nothing. Ain't no music playing, nothing. He just sitting there, fixing a cigar, sitting back, just quiet. When I first started this, I was like, you can't have no dead air time. I was thinking about that movie, Talk to Me. I saw, where did I go see that at? I think it's in Emeryville somewhere. It's wherever, it's right by, what was that? Like a Benihana. What else is over there? The seafood place. Been around. It's ancient. It's been around since I was a little kid. I went there. Everything in there is old too. But I can't think of the name of it right now. It's in Emeryville. Seafood place. And what we had was not delicious from that place. And that's the thing. I try to change up stuff over here, mess with the bells and whistles, leave a few things, take away a few things. We try to grow. But the people have made up their mind. So you got to find your own audience. And a true audience, not just numbers. Because that's the other thing people get mixed up. I got to get the numbers. I know people with like thousands of subscribers, but it's only like 200 people there. And that's cool if that's your real audience, if that's your core audience. If a quarter of that is your core audience, that's pretty cool. Because when you're not monetized, and when you are monetized, unless you got millions of people clicking and watching you, you ain't making no money from no damn AdSense or being in that partner program. But if you have a core audience, like I think I got a little bit of a core audience. They don't even be watching me no more. Some of them that support the channel, I don't even be seeing them. But at some point of the month, they're going to send me a little something. I think all these stories, because I pulled up, that 1968 or 1970 thing with the man talking about, I think the women is a problem. I pulled up that Nikki Giovanni and James Baldwin thing, all that stuff up. When I first came here, year one, I brought up all that stuff to say that none of these conversations are new. People just want to be in the conversation. I was looking earlier at Taz, and Taz was going through some more Anton content, and he was asking, what is it about something like Lapeef or Room 9 or this other stuff that people are looking at? Because to him, he thinks it's nonsensical. I think they're looking at people in nice clothes and semi-decent women, and that's it. If you can get a consistent panel, that's pretty much it. Have some opposing views without going too crazy. That's pretty much it. So like for example, Sharon know that he's going to have a core group that's going to pop up over there at 6. It is what it is. The old channel used to have people that was going to be here consistently. You was going to see Uncle Tom at some point of the day. And then back then, you know, it was Granville and Jalen. So Granville and Jalen, Thanos, a bunch of the derailers. That's back when B Love was coming on panels. Flo used to be over here. Used to be a bunch of people, but now a lot of those people got their own channels now. And some of them people just left YouTube altogether, which is cool. I hope the best for them. Even the ones that still here, what they're doing is cool. Hope the best for them. We didn't end on no bad terms. And the ones that did end on bad terms, they just want to be angry. It's nothing to be angry about on here. Even if the person don't agree with you, it's nothing to be angry about on here. We could roast and talk shit to each other, but it's nothing to be angry about on here. And if somebody's extremely angry, that should say more about them than it says about the person they're angry at. So yes, I am the common denominator in a lot of these different things, but that stuff don't be having nothing to do with me. Because the boundaries that I say I have, I stick to those boundaries. I'm not talking about people's wives and kids. I'm not shooting out a bunch of threats. So when they try to make me be compared to those people that still be on panels, ain't nobody blocking them, ain't nobody stopping them. I find that interesting. You got to have a special kind of hate for a person that ain't doing none of those things. While those people can't wait to talk about your dead people, talk about your kids, completely violate. They still on panels though. And not only on panels, looked at in some kind of high esteem. You know about all the fuck shit they did with all the people they did the fuck shit to, but he's YouTube royalty somehow. Yeah, but people talking stuff, it's just a part of the game. And those people get a lot of notoriety. That's a part of their prestige. That being the case, I want to look at this brother right here named Eric Mays. I think he got something to do with Michigan. Let me see. We're going to start off with this. We start off right here. One time for the one time. Let's see. I got a long ass hashtag with it, but we're going to grab that. Throw it in the description. Part 1. Take a little time and go here with it. They say she's emotional. The best of. The best part of waking up. Pew.
All right. Welcome again to the Eric Mays Show. It's been a long time. I know y'all been asking me when will we see the Eric Mays Show again. Well, guess what? This is the Eric Mays Show. I'm smiling, happy to be here. I think I'm recording this about the last week in May. As a matter of fact, this is the day after Memorial Day. And when this show airs, I want you to put it in perspective because sometimes things change and certain things happen. And particularly with the show that we're doing today, anything can happen, things can change. And so this show is being recorded the day after the holiday, the day after Memorial Day. You out of here. I want him gone. Because I'm not going to be sitting in the meeting told to shut the F up. Who you think you talking to? Because I'm about ready to cuss you out. No, you need to get out of this meeting. Stop. You going to condone it?
We didn't.
It's recorded. You got people on live feed him telling me to shut the F up. Just because somebody hide behind you. I heard it. Did I say what?
I didn't say nothing.
I got a problem with it. I got a problem with it.
Finance committee.
I want him out.
It's a
Chairman, what you want? I want him out.
I'm just shocked by
Because he ain't going to disrupt me telling me to shut the F up. Because I cuss better than the rest of them. You don't tell me what to do. No, you going to get out of mine. Now, I'm just telling you, you ain't going to do it in here. What if I don't get out? What if I don't get out? Now, will y'all please deal with this? If he want to make an issue, I heard him. You ain't got to hear him. If I cuss you out, do he have to hear you? Well, I wouldn't suggest he don't do that here. Did you hear you? I know you heard. And everybody on Facebook heard. I shouldn't need no president or no chairman to tell you that somebody can't come in here cussing me out. No, I'm not the only one acting up. I'm responding to somebody saying, get the F out of my face. No, it ain't gonna be. You threatening me an elected official. It's a third-degree felony. It's a third-degree felony to threaten an elected official, sir. You gonna condone this? No, don't stay out of it. I'm gonna call the chief. Somebody ain't gonna stay out of it.
Boys on now. Look at you.
My mama dead. Call your mama, white man. My mama dead.
You out of order.
No, he out of order talking about call my mama. My mama dead, mama. You better watch yourself. Don't talk about my mama to me. Call your mama, white man. Call your mama. Y'all talking crazy. Call your mama. Don't you never tell me to call my mama. My mama dead. I understand you, old white man, with your racist butt. I'm tired of hearing we can't feel these white folks say, call your mama. Call your mama. I said I'm calling the chief. Don't tell me to call my mama. White man. Get something. I'm about tired of these folks.
Discussion.
Madam Chair.
I would like to, it's been moved and supported, all those in favor of moving this to the.
They're not respecting that man. They're not respecting that man, and he ain't going for it. It's up and it's stuck. What can we say? Standing on business. He a government official. You got somebody in there threatening him like it's some street stuff. He said, get him up out of here. And then the police talking to him about him. No respect for authority. No respect for the damn city councilman, which I think he is. Out of pocket. Need to do better.
Next, grants committee with people invited.
Madam
Signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed?
Nay. Out of order.
Well, you're going back and you're talking about something that
That's
isn't
your
relevant.
first warning.
That's your first
No,
warning.
that's your first warning, Madam Chair. If you give me the floor,
We're going to move on.
Madam Chair,
They once again not respecting him. He got a big old voice. What's going on with the king? Shout out to the king. We got to get your reggae music together. While the brother's still the king, you know. Shout out to the king in the build on. Or yet. This him right here, huh? Rapid One in the building. Salute, salute, salute. Now here's this other individual. I'm over there in Taz thing. This person name is King Pix. That sounds like a man to me. But King Pix was in Taz chat talking about What's up, Buttercup? What kind of zesty shit is that? Now he's talking about, hey, son. See, this is what I mean by the trolls. Why would a man call another man Buttercup? These homosexuals is out of pocket.
Move on, Madam
You're
Chair.
out of order, Mr. Mays.
You're out of order, and that's your second one.
All those in favor
Madam
of
Chair, I'm telling you, when I got the floor and I'm talking just as you talk about stuff,
Can I say this, please?
Okay.
Mr. Mays, if you would,
I have the floor.
yes, and all I'm asking, Madam Chair, that he did have the floor.
Respect.
Let him finish up. All I'm asking, and it's no secret, I am the ones that I have to leave because I canceled the Black Club meeting last week because of the marriage event, and I have to be at this one. I cannot cancel. So I'm just saying, please let him finish.
Okay, to accommodate you, Mr. President, I will give Mr. Mays exactly 1 minute
Madam Chair,
to sum up.
you ain't accommodating him, me, you gonna accommodate this first ward. I was elected, you was appointed. And when you go to complicating a discussion that was about to wrap up with 1 minute, then you barking up the wrong 1 minute tree. I didn't give you 1 minute when you was discussing about the people you wanted here for the next meeting. Don't give me 1 minute or two when I take the floor. And I'm dealing with supporting a motion to postpone
You have
and
20
making
seconds
sure.
left.
You interrupted me, ma'am, and you out of order. Don't let that chair go to your head. When I'm trying to get folks here that I think is relevant for a discussion on my motion to postpone, is no different than the folks you want here. And I don't appreciate you interrupting me with that mess.
Time's up, Mr. Mays.
No, your time about to be up.
The first motion.
So smart, you stupid and that.
Right now.
Councilman Mays, I rule you out of order.
I rule you out of order. It's your first
I rule
one.
you out of order.
Okay, then I'm ruled out of order. You out
If
of
you
order.
continue, I'm going to ask for you to be removed.
Well, I'm not gonna be removed unless I'm arrested because you out of order under Robert's rules. I've already.
Mr. Jones, what are you saying?
I didn't say anything.
Okay,
I'm gonna
thank
say
you.
something because I got standing. I'm a councilman
But Councilman
and we
Mays, you don't
operate
get-
by rules. You don't know them.
Councilman Mays.
And the records
First
are
of all, Councilman.
been making it until I was rudely interrupted by Ms. Poplar with her politics. They them ain't cut the weeds. They the administration. She supports them and now she's getting antsy because I'm pointing my thing at Walden
2 minutes.
and city administrator as far as who cuts the weeds. We
60.
They keep talking to him and keep talking over him and then saying that he's doing something. Ugh. This is what I'm saying, man. Why y'all can't respect the man and give him the same amount of time that y'all had so he can finish a thought? Every time he say 2 words, y'all talking about times. What did he do to deserve this?
386 to move to council on Monday.
Madam Chair.
Councilman Mays.
Yeah, Madam Chair, regardless of what you say about me not being General McDaniels.
Councilman Mays, I want you
Madam
to
Chair,
make
you
it-
out of order. This
No,
is your
I'm not.
second warning for interrupting me, and I'm gonna ask that you be removed.
That's fine.
So
Councilman
this is your
Mays.
second warning. Don't interrupt me when you give me the floor.
I can.
You can't. It's illegal and it's wrong. Who do you think you are?
We have no permit.
I thought we was out of the Jim Crow somewhere else.
Well, we too much disrespect. I'm gone. Too much disrespect. This thing even to me really isn't. We need to end this. This is so unprofessional. It's not
You
government.
don't be anyway. Go ahead and leave. You got the worst attendance record any council president.
Councilman.
And when you not been to come in here interrupting this meeting, man, we know when our meeting start. Well, why is you standing up? Look, I'm the supervisor. Man, look, somebody called 911. You finna get took out of here. Okay, well, watch this. Watch this. Man, I ain't studying you. You coming up in here like this? Don't do that in no damn meeting.
That's why you didn't get the fire department.
Hey, Maurice, get your hands off of me. He gonna get the hell out of here showing out.
Yeah, sure will.
Why black folks so ignorant? Come on. Go on with that mess. He know what he was doing. I'll dial 911. I ain't studying that. Just showing out.
Disrupting this meeting.
I appeal the decision
I
of the
understand what
chair.
you said. You're disrupting
So
this
why
meeting.
aren't you honoring the appeal?
You're
If we
disrupting
can
the
move
orderly
on,
conduct
if you
of this meeting
politely
and
ask,
are,
is there a
and are
second?
unreasonably causing a disturbance. Please do not say anything further unless you have been recognized by me to address this body. If you persist in disrupting this meeting, you will be in violation of Flint City Code Section 31-12, disorderly conduct and disorderly persons, and will be subject to arrest for a misdemeanor. This is your final warning to stop disrupting this meeting.
You can hear me without the mic. I've instructed my.
But I want the public to hear you.
Answer that question.
Okay, so
Mr. Mays,
Mr.
let me
Ken
finish.
Scott,
Don't interrupt me when I'm talking.
you
Don't do
go
that.
ahead, but I'm gonna interrupt you because this is our hearing. It's not yours. So go ahead and don't tell me what to do.
I'm gonna tell you one more
Okay,
time.
well, you can get up and walk and we'll go across the street.
We can do that.
Okay, whatever you want to do. Y'all, if y'all politics, I ask a simple question. Go ahead and proceed, and then we gonna see what you do. I will interrupt in order to keep this right. Madam Chair, when I'm asking questions, I'm gonna do, he ain't gonna run this. Go ahead, Mr. Scott.
Madam Chair, I don't allow nobody to disrespect me or my client. So once you can get him under control, we'll be back. Let's go.
So you leaving? I want the record to show that Mr. Gilchrist is walking out. Now what I want to do is put a motion on the floor to subpoena the mayor or ask her to come up here at the next meeting. And I so move.
There's a motion on the floor to subpoena the mayor for the next meeting. Is there a second? There's a motion on the floor, Ms. Fields. It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Madam Chair, let me say this. That looked like something that was staged. And I'm here to tell you this. Mr. Scott. Mr. Scott, you're out of order. You can move and leave. You said you were gone. I'm asking you to do, but you ain't gonna stand in the middle. Point of order. You out of order, Mr. Scott, and your business is over. You don't need to talk to me.
Okay.
You had your chance to talk to me. Why are you walking up here on me? Get on back away from me.
Councilman Mays,
Oh, what? Oh, what you doing?
this is
What?
inappropriate.
What?
We are taking a meeting.
Get away from me.
This is
Get away
inappropriate.
from me. You're out of order. Get the hell away from me. Get the hell away from me. You want to crack me across my head? And I'm going to tell you what. I want this sent to the police. You ain't cracking me across my head. Well, you ain't going to threaten nobody in no public meeting because your man don't want to answer an easy question. I'm going to make a promise to you. You're not going to interrupt this meeting threatening no elected official with no physical violence. I don't care what kind of suit you wear.
Councilman Mays.
I don't care
Councilman
what
Mays.
kind of suit you wear.
Councilman
You
Mays,
way out of order.
asking you
and
to
you're
calm
making
down.
your client look bad. So go on with that mess.
Hey man. He said put some respect on his name. If you can't put no respect on his name, we say keep it pushing. If you can't put no respect on his name, keep it pushing. Y'all heard the man. Shout out to that man. And that's my thing too. I don't want to humble nobody. I don't want to change the direction that your show is going in. That's why I set off some panels also. You know, people talk crazy about Sharon. Sharon is trying to push a certain agenda. You know what I'm saying? What exactly it is, I don't know. But let that man do him. Same thing with Freezy. You know, the man talked about Freezy, wife. Then he didn't talk about kids and whatever else. I can't defend Anton. I'm not finna do no shows about him, but I can't defend that bullshit. But that seemed to be the flavor that y'all savor. Y'all want me to? The king said, we got a king in the lair. The king said he don't want to hear about Anton. We're not talking about Anton. That is the power of being a king. That's the power of your royalty spot. This month, who we got as royalty? We got Rapid One. This is last month. We got Just Hear Me Out as the bishop. And we got Maurice Jones as the bishop. The royalty has always been the same way over here. But listen, the royalty spots is up for sale also. We got a chat queen named B Love that don't ever be here. You can buy the chat queen spot, only a woman. A man cannot buy the chat queen spot. We got a chat king spot. Now, the difference between the chat king and the man king is $100. The chat king is $50. To buy a royalty spot from somebody standing in royalty, it's $100. But since there's been no energy from somebody maintaining their spots, right now the chat king and queen is $50. Only spot that's expensive is the king spot. But we're gonna continue listening to the good Eric Mays talking about getting his respect.
Studying. I read some articles. I ain't studying. I'm looking. Demeanor is admissible in the court of law. Monica ran, and I heard it. I called the police. You can get order of a chair. They're not going to dictate when we get elected and to talk and can ignore me and Maurice appeals. Right there. It's unprecedented. But you want to nod with her. Want to nod. But you ain't hearing and seeing the meeting. I disappear. Come back. Try again. But you shaking your head. You ain't looking at the big picture. You're nasty with her. You're nasty with, maybe it's a cultural difference. She ain't from Flint, you ain't either. We gonna fight for our turf. Right there. You not gonna dictate our turf. M Live ain't gonna dictate it, and her butt from San Diego ain't neither. So y'all gang up. See the whole picture. We gonna fight for the voice of our elected seat and gonna get it. Who do you think you are? Wanna, beg your pardon?
I think I'm Zara.
And you think you above this?
I don't think I'm above anybody. But I'm not yelling at you right now.
You ain't saying nothing, but I am talking loud and getting recorded. Because I want everything I say to be recorded and documented. Just like my job on that council. I want to record and document my questions and budget hearing on finance. It's one of my important jobs. So you ain't got me looking funny. The whole time I'm talking to you and Quincy. You think I don't know? You is ignorant. You ignorant. You ignorant. Kate Fields ignorant. She ignorant. You ignorant. Kate Fields ignorant. I'm a man. She a lady, but she showed off outside. What? You think it's some ignorant, nasty lady, or every lady ain't? Is it some ignorant, nasty? I am a professor. I'm professionally loud. You think all men is polite? Is it some ignorant women? You're supposed to be. You ain't living in there. There's some nasty folks here. Nasty, over the top. They don't run me out my seat and tell me who I can question and what I can't. I stayed away. You see it? You see it? Stayed away. You gotta keep it at that level. I got to be able to say a couple words, John. You agree with this? I would have left and come back. I don't have to run out my damn seat. I'm gonna be professional. Y'all fight fire with fire. No, you won't. You don't dictate nothing. Who you think you is? You don't control my seat.
Quit interrupting me.
No, you interrupt me.
Interrupting
You
me.
tell me
Just
to
shut up.
shut up again. Now you shut up. You shut up. Tell me to shut up again.
To tell me to shut up, you shut up.
That's your first one.
I go crazy. You holler across there telling me to shut up with your ignorant, but don't get beside yourself, Mr. Chairman. If he don't holler tell me to shut up, you better give him this warning.
I gave you yours.
Give him his. If you gonna discriminate, you gonna let the white man running for mayor holler across to tell this black man to shut up. So when he get loud, I will get louder. When they go low, I go low. You gonna let it condone him telling me to shut up?
There's no
Mine
difference
is
in
time.
anybody on the radio
Mr. President, I got a point of order. The point of order is they were separated. They were separated individually. It ain't no motion to move them together.
No.
There ain't no such thing as a motion to move them together. There's no precedent.
Vote on that.
And don't tell somebody to shut up. Mr. Kincaid, you gonna make yourself look like a fool. Fool is the Pittsburgh for a politician. And Mr. Nelson, for you to condone his behavior, you gonna look like
You
a
are
fool.
disrupting this order conduct of this meeting, and I'm the reason for causing disruption. Thank you.
No, he caused the disruption, and
Please
you
do
trying
not
to
say
push it on
that.
me.
Please
That's not true. Mr. Early has proved to me in 3 weeks that he's not telling the truth. He's a liar. I'm gonna see about that now.
Yeah.
Down here, turn up on these streets like, say, Graceline, Sherman.
I'm gonna see about
You
this
go to the side,
disappear.
you gotta go like this. When you pull out,
Right.
you gotta go out to see if it's a car, so you can't even see it.
Some of this stuff is up higher than it's supposed to.
Shout out to that brother. That is Eric Mays. I saw him giving an interview one time with a bunch of bottled water because I guess they still haven't fixed the Flint, Michigan thing. Interestingly enough. Got some dead silence over here. Behind the groove. Got to move, get behind the groove. Why don't you let your spirits play? Let me see. The love of me, love of you, to make it through. Shake it. Na, 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 na. Let me see. 2 weeks ago. Behind the groove. Gotta get on up and get behind the groove. Why don't you just let your... Let's see. I want to check out some conscious community stuff. Or maybe they don't call themselves that, but you know. I want to check out something right quick. It's like a debate squad or something. So let's get away from here. Got to get on up and get behind the groove. Who we got? We got a Byron Turner. The law doesn't care if you're doing the right thing. It's wrong no matter the reason. I don't know what that pertains to, but shout out to that individual. Why don't you let your spirits play? The love of me and the love of you, just to make it through to Xanadu. Shake your body, shake it. Na 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 na. Behind the groove. Here we go. Make sure we got it up on the screen inside StreamYard. Add it to the thing. Let's see. I change that background out, don't we? Get away from the chess set. We're gonna go to this. La 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 la. La 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 la. Got to get on up and get behind the groove and shake your body to get behind the groove. Why don't you just let your... You got to get on up and get behind the groove. Let's see.
All the good debaters are over here. First off, what I want to say about the debate is, I know it's both of their first time, and to be honest with you, from my unbiased, honest opinion, I think both of them actually did like a real good job, you know, with the integration thing. I do like the different angles that was taken in the debate with the integration thing, like, because I saw a lot of debates about integration, and like the thing is with Honey Clark is she knows how to exploit somebody's weakness. That's what she know how to do. She know how to exploit somebody's weakness. That's one thing I gotta say about Honey Clark. Like when there's a flaw in something, she kind of just knows how to press on a little bit more. That's what she know how to do. Like, and Lucky, the thing is with Lucky is like there was some mistakes that Honey did make in the debate, but Lucky he didn't capitalize on it like he was supposed to. Like there was some punches that Denise threw that was kind of wild, but he didn't counter. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the debate was a good debate for their first time. Me, I'm looking to step in the ring too. You know, I'm looking to step in the ring here. You know, I saw a little application that y'all had on the website. I think I did that little application. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, I replied. Did you get my reply? Look in your email. You should have got a reply from Angel. You should have got a reply from Angel at Debate League. I replied to you. Did you get it? Uh-oh, he went back on mute. But yeah, that's a good observation. I think I've never seen Honey or Lucky debate before. So
yeah, you know, my phone is kind of low, but yeah, that's all I wanted to say about the debate thing, about the debate that I looked at tonight.
Did you get my reply to Corey? I replied to your inquiry on the website. Did you receive it? Okay.
I don't know if he can hear you.
Yeah.
He's trying to get it driving.
But now he did actually make a good point, because Honey's my homegirl. So, you know, his point was valid. Like when she catches a weakness, she has a way of, you know, just lingering on that without being, you know, abrasive, right? But on the other side of that, because she's been in so many different spaces, when you do make a point where she's like, that was a good point. Like she buckles a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And look, I mean, there's nothing wrong with letting somebody read the definition, you know, letting them read the whole definition of integration during your round. But if you're going to do that, don't have a dialogue after. Yeah. So yeah, just little things like that. Like it would have been much better if she would have been like, no, I fully understand what integration is. I'll tell you. And now here's some more questions for you.
Is she running right now? Because I clearly
said don't run, honey.
Blue
That's
said,
what
I
I
want you over here.
Yeah,
I know.
it was a few people in the chat that was agreeing with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
As
you got that all.
I judge the
Hold up, I'll be
integration
right back.
debate
Let me
that
go
you
get
did
him.
before. I'm very much curious to hear your opinion on what you saw, because I believe you're familiar with these debates.
Yeah, you know, that was pathetic for me. I just, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you. They're rookies, so I mean, I'm willing to give that grace. But in terms of argumentation, I really just think, you know, that those are bad arguments. Like either one of them could have did the other one really bad, for real. Because a lot of openings,
Let me stop. King Picks. Now that we found out that you're a dude, what shorts are you talking about? What shorts are you talking about? Where are they located? They're located on this same page that we're looking at right now. Got to get on up and get behind the groove and shake your body to get behind the groove. Why don't you just let your groove begin? You got to get on up and get behind the groove. Got to move, get behind the groove. Why don't you let your spirits play? The love of me, the love of you, just to make it through to Xanadu. Videos, Black History, original Black Panthers. And on this page, it just says home, video, and live. So there's no shorts on this page. So where are said shorts? Videos, oldest to new. Yeah, where are these shorts at? Wake and Bake Builds with Real Blow Radio. Rest in peace to RBR. Is that what that show is about, since I see him on the front page of it? See, they got a clip of the young him when he was on Old Drama. Yeah, let's get back to it. Got to get on up, get behind the groove. So Taz was talking about the debate.
wide open shit, not pushed back on, contested things said without being rebutted. It was a lot there on both sides. So I just think they will close the gap on what I saw tonight, because I could just see it. You know what I'm saying? They want to debate. They both have the potential. So yeah, get it together though, because that wasn't it.
Agreed.
Definitely.
I got Honey April 2nd. So yes, you're gonna have to definitely have a better performance than that, what I saw tonight. Because that wasn't it. You don't have a shot against the GOAT if you ain't ready. So yeah, get that together. That wasn't it tonight. But like I say, overall though, she did win though. I mean, it was not a good presentation on his side. And I'm saying the argumentation for real should have been on his side. It should have been a walk through the park for him. And you know, she was able to manage that debate and get up out of there. So she won for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I gotta give her the dab on it. That's why it's time to kick her around. But I see what's going on.
You coming?
Yeah.
No, I just had to go get her. I was like, bring your ass.
Yeah, we're not finna play. It's that time. You said some things. Hey, and he did. He didn't do enough of framing the argument.
So these are the aftermath. So are the debates themselves on like Patreon or something? Let me see. Angel Food. Let me see. Let's make sure this is not the brother got some kind of personal beef with the sister. Now he got me on a witch hunt to pull me into the drama. What's wrong with his shorts? Angel Food 6. Okay, we see Angel Food. And here are her shorts. Oh, I've seen this woman before. Was she cooking? She on a weight loss journey? Oxtails with everything. So there's a bunch of clips of oxtails. Nothing like this feeling. Blaxican. Skip the baked potato. Superhero body self. All black for you. Fall birth. Yeah, I'm gonna skip messing with these. These don't look like they talking about no debates. They look like cooking and fitness. Weight loss journey or something. Popular ones. Yeah, King Picks trying to start some shit with this right here. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that. I have enough discernment to know how to get out of there.
Around Jim Crow, like that was something. Like, bro,
You gotta do the whole table, bro. Like I don't know, bro. Because like for real, with the integration debate, like I say, I've always argued integration starts the moment we leave a plantation. There is no Jim Crow. Jim Crow is implemented to disrupt integration, and so I just think right there you have a problem if you're not arguing from that position.
Right. And I thought he started because what did he say about 1862?
He did say something. I can't remember what it was, but he certainly didn't. Because he didn't put the arguments together. Like I said, he was throwing pieces out there that would stick if you make this cohesive. But there was no flow. It was just throwing stuff around. It's like, bro, like there's no cohesion to his argument. And again, I just think there was a lot on the table. I mean, she's battling uphill. So all you got to do is coast this through. I mean, to be honest, it's just, to me, that argument is easy.
And pick apart her argument. Yeah, I agree.
That's an easy argument.
Congratulations, honey.
Congratulations, honey. I know you ready to stand on your.
Me and Taz have talked about this back and forth. A lot of people don't really like integration. Although I understand Taz's argument that the better schools and everything else, a lot of people don't like integration, and a lot of people have lost who they are in integration. So you have some straight up black folks, so-called FBAs or ADOS, whatever else, that'll basically tell you that they're white and they don't want to be nothing to look like, don't want to be around nothing that look like them. And I'm sure they're educated, D9 bourgeoisie, and they don't mess. Hey man, if your mind ain't right and you ain't figured out how to get it right, it's on you. They don't have no sympathy for you. They probably tell you get a job, bum. What you been doing with your life?
Argument for the night, right?
Don't embarrass me. I told him you come. Don't embarrass me.
I know you just came and got me. I told you I was coming.
Go ahead and say it. You standing on that argument tonight?
Yeah, I think desegregation is better than integration, for sure.
So how you separate segregation from Jim Crow?
I didn't say segregation. I said desegregation.
Yeah, but how you separate segregation though from Jim Crow?
You could be segregated and not. I mean, we're segregated now. It ain't no Jim Crow. What are you talking about? You got plenty of black cities, black schools, black crap. It's all black and it's segregated because that's what we chose to do.
We
It ain't
chose
got
that.
nothing to do with Jim Crow.
But that's not
We,
segregation.
hold on.
That's separation.
Wait a minute. We chose that.
Exactly, but that's what I said. Desegregation is cool. Integration is when you are pushing your cultures together.
Integration is when you are pushing your cultures together.
Yes, integration is when you're trying to say, okay, we're all one, we're all equal, we're all the same, we're gonna be, you know.
So is that what the Civil
together.
Rights Act was about?
That's what yeah, because they framed integration as if it was gonna make us equal. And to
But,
this day, that ain't that.
but
It's
like I was
never
telling
happened.
you earlier, though, that's not integration, right? Like
Yes, it's
integration, you can still be separate, but I have access to everything, right? I'm not separated from going to a
no.
hospital.
Racial integration here was about being equal.
What do you mean?
About being equal.
Equal what? Equal access?
Just being on the same equal playing field as everybody. Everybody's on the same equal playing field in everything, and that's
Okay,
we know that's
that
not the
shouldn't
case.
be the case.
That we know it's not the case.
So let's say,
We know all the disparities that
let me
continue.
give you an example, right? So you gotta pay taxes for welfare, but you being locked out of welfare. What is that?
Who's paying taxes for welfare and being locked out of welfare? What are you talking about?
We pay taxes for welfare, yet we had no access to welfare. You know we were taxed citizens, right?
I mean, anybody that's a citizen, yeah.
Okay, so when you saying that we're segregated, but we're being taxed, and you saying we were better off segregated when we didn't have access to the infrastructure?
It was forced segregation, right? So forced segregation is different than like what we do now, right? So that's what desegregation did. It took away the laws, right? So when they desegregated, they took away the laws that said that it was legal to do all of these different things. Okay, so desegregation, cool. But then they wanted to do integration, where you come over here with us, come around with us, and then now we're the same culture. We're all on the same playing field. You're not black. I'm not white. We are all just American. That's what integration is supposed to be. It's an inclusive society.
Nah,
What?
like I don't
Yeah,
think
but
the people that were even
Racial
processing-
integration is the process of ending enforced separation, which is segregation.
Exactly.
To allow
Equal
people of all races
Jim
to
Crow.
live, work, and study together equally, and involves dismantling systemic barriers to create a shared, inclusive society
Yes.
with equal rights,
Society.
with equal
Yes.
access to opportunities, services, and rights, rather than merely mingling. Right? Where is that happening?
What do you mean?
Did
Where is
happen
that?
after that? So while desegregation involves the laws, integration is involving social things. You can't make somebody like you. So just because the
This is
law said
insane.
that they have to deal with you, the law can't make the white people like you. That's all I'm saying.
But
Yes,
that
the
wasn't
law can
integration.
they can make the law that says you can't say whites only out here, right?
No,
But that
that's
doesn't mean that they're going to welcome you with open arms into their establishment.
Integration
So
was
that's
more or less about
that's
access. It
irrelevant,
wasn't
though.
about this social merge.
But
right?
it's not
that you're-
because what happened was privatizing everything.
Did you see our schools?
I think everything was what happened after they decided the laws about public. Civil rights law was about public places. So what they did was started privatizing everything. They started privatizing everything, so then they can say you can't come in.
You know what a
Public
public?
place, I can't say it. But if it's a private place, I can say it.
Because you pay for a public place.
Right quick. Where is the data coming from that shows we were economically benefiting more in 1950 than 1990? Where's that coming from?
It didn't. What are you saying?
That was the
What
part
I
of the
said
argument.
was
That's why I'm gonna do you
That was
fucking
the
bad.
what he said. No, what
I'm
he
going to
said
do you
was
bad.
that it was 55% and it was 33%. So I said, okay, so is that's still in poverty? Like,
But
did
that
it
was
fix
your
poverty?
response to him in the rapid fire round. Like he asked you directly, did we do better economically under Jim Crow
No, I
than
said
after
no,
integration?
yeah, and I said that I felt like he was loading that question because I wouldn't say that because of the Jim Crow that they did better. Just like I don't think that
But that's
because
your
of
net positive,
integration,
though.
it was that.
Because see, he just didn't press the information, but he's actually correct. The further we get away from Jim Crow, the better it has gotten. So while at one point black unemployment was at 21%, it's nowhere near that now. Your argumentation falls short on every merit. It's just him who didn't know how to argue that shit. But there's no statistical data that you can use to support that we should have stayed in Jim Crow.
Jim Crow.
Look, my argument is not to stay in Jim Crow.
Sell it.
Oh, it is.
No, it's not. I just said
frame
it
it
could
correctly.
be desegregated.
You
Because I
can't say
corrected him on that when
segregation.
he asked me.
No,
when
the
he
debate
asked
was
me,
integration, not segregation.
and I said
So
desegregation. not
integration denotes the end of Jim Crow. Yes. Yes.
Desegregation
And I would
is
have
the end
showed
of Jim
that.
Crow.
Absolutely not.
Desegregation was the end of the Jim Crow. What's
No.
desegregation?
Yeah, you would have to argue what, because I'm arguing desegregation is a product. It's a okay. So argue it now. Desegregation is a product of integration. It doesn't come till
Integration
years.
is a product of
It doesn't come till years. It doesn't come till years later. Lay out the argument. I'm listening.
Integration came years later.
No, integration.
Desegregation is the legal and political process of ending the systematic separation of people based on race, religion, or ethnicity. Desegregation is what ended the laws. Integration is what put you in their culture.
Sure.
So what laws are you pointing to cite that time period?
All of the laws. All
Right,
of
so give-
those laws,
so give me what-
all of the civil rights laws, all
Right,
of those
all of
laws
them like
are
what? Like what? Like give me
desegregation.
one for example. Give me an example.
Brown versus education.
So you think Brown versus the Board of Education is closer to desegregation than integration?
Yes, desegregation. They're trying to end the systematic saying that you have to go to a separate school. You have to. It's the law. So once they're taking away the laws, saying that you have to be segregated.
By doing what? Integrating though.
Right. So
The same way they did the
Civil Rights
military.
Act- No, just taking away the law.
You have
saying
to
that
You know, you can't just take away the law.
You
They had
can't
to
take away the law. The civil
No, you
rights law
can't
says
just take away the law. They
Wait,
had
so wait,
to
hold on.
literally use the military.
yes, the civil
Here's
rights.
the question.
Okay, the
What-
Civil Rights Act.
What
right?
law?
The
What
Civil
law are
Rights
you
Act
taking
is
away?
saying, boom,
But
that
wait,
you
what law are you taking away?
in which one? Because I was just about to say that. In the Civil Rights Act, it was said
Jim
that
Crow.
you can't discriminate based on color, right? Right? That was one of the things you couldn't do. Fair housing.
This is
Act.
all the way in
You can't
60. Wait, you just
discriminate
jumped
based
10
on-
years. You just jumped 10
Yeah,
years.
but I'm saying all of these
So you gotta
things
say,
are still civil
are you
rights.
doing
They're all
Brown versus Board
desegregation.
or no?
Oh, you want that one specifically?
Well, yeah, because if we're talking about the civil rights movement, I'm saying, what are we talking about? Are we talking about 54, 64?
I was
It's a
talking
10-year
about
gap.
all of the desegregation laws that they have.
Okay, like what? Because again, Jim Crow wasn't federal.
Jim Crow.
This is state by state.
Okay,
This is a state by state
so
conversation.
Brown versus Board of Education was a landmark Supreme Court decision, right? That
Mhm.
ruled state laws establishing separate public schools for public and white students were unconstitutional, right?
Right.
Jim Crow.
So what that is saying, to overturn that law, they're basically just saying you can't deny Black students entry. They're not saying that they have to go there though.
But do you understand that continues into the 70s? That desegregation,
Yes, but
that
what I'm saying is
desegregation
that
process.
the desegregation, the law is that you can't deny them. The
Right,
law
that's-
did not say that they have to go. That's integration, saying that you have to amalgamate into our culture.
No, there's
You have
no,
to
no,
do what
no.
we
That's
do.
not
That's
integration saying you
integration.
have to go.
You
What's
keep saying
integration?
it.
Integration is culture.
No, it's not.
Desegregation is the law.
You keep saying that. It's
Okay.
not.
What's the difference
up the
between
door for you to go.
desegregation and
You had
integration?
the Panthers during integration. You
What's
had
the
You
people
just
difference
that
said
were
between
you just
desegregation and integration? What's the difference?
You just said it. One is the process of removing the blockage, and the other one is what's allowing you to get past those. Is allowing you
What
to
is
access.
the difference?
One is stopping the things that block you from access, and the one is allowing you in the access.
None of that is making
So one
sense.
is progress. Oh my God.
One is removing the
Desegregating.
Answer me. What's the difference?
One is removing the barriers, that's desegregation, and integration is the access.
What is
But
the
that
access?
doesn't-
What does that mean?
Well,
Like your
if you
federal
deal
housing
So
act.
you're telling me that the desegregation didn't give the access?
The desegregation is the integration.
Oh my God.
Not. It's two different things. Desegregation is desegregation.
What?
Desegregation is also part of integration.
All right, so look, honey, if
Exactly.
I'm looking for equal
Honey.
opportunities in employment, right, and I'm
Did you just-
segregated from getting certain jobs, right, Title VII, right, stops the segregation under employment, right? So now I can accomplish integration, right? Like desegregation is a byproduct of the integration struggle.
No, it's the other way around.
Okay, so what is your understanding of when integration started? Because I argue integration started in 1865, coming off the plantation, not in 1960 something.
Yeah, that's another part where you're in trouble with
Jim
that.
Crow was an interruption of integration. That Jim Crow wasn't anything but an interruption to integration. You already got integration before you have Jim Crow. So that's where my understanding of this comes from. So when you say remove the laws, again, I get why you're saying desegregation, but the country is already integrated. All of these issues are created by using Plessy versus Ferguson.
Integrated?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
if the country was already
positive.
integrated, then how are you telling me that it took 20 years for this to happen?
It took 65 years for it to happen.
No, you said after it was done.
Jim
No,
Crow.
after they did the desegregation laws, right? You're saying it took 20 more years for the integration to happen.
What you talking about? The schools or what? What you
But
talking
you're
about?
saying that it was the schools.
No, we're
That's what we
saying
just
the
talked about.
integration had already happened. Like in the 1800s, you have a ton of black men in Congress. Right?
Okay, so
In the
you're
House.
telling me that the integration, which focuses on, so like yes, Swap House put in the chat, but integration,
The integration
focuses on
came
social
before
relationships and cultural
segregation.
acceptance.
The integration came before segregation.
So we had cultural acceptance before segregation.
What do you call it? Cultural acceptance? What is that?
Yeah, like,
It's probably some fucking dummy that hooks on that and think you said. What are you talking about?
The
you
social
gotta
part,
eliminate
you
these
gotta
definitions.
understand that the social part is what the integration is, being accepted
No.
in
No.
their society. That's
When you say
integration.
cultural acceptance,
Yes,
what are you
because you're
talking
talking about social. It's no the law part is desegregation, right? So now our social interactions is the integration.
No,
Yes.
it's literally the
That's what it
effect.
is.
It's like, what's the point of like if you gonna remove the laws? When do they ever
Remove
put
the
an
law.
act?
Desegregation is the law, right?
Yeah. If you're saying that you're removing that,
To integration. So they did the desegregation where they no longer can legally do this to you, right? So now they're pushing you into society, right? To get along culturally, except that it didn't work because the white people started running away. Integration means that we're together, cultural, one culture,
Yeah.
one people, equally
No,
together.
you know what that means,
That is what
right?
integration is.
Hold on, wait. You know if they're running away, what that means, right?
Yeah, they didn't like integration.
No, that means that segregation is the net is the negative.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where that extra cultural
No, segregation is a negative for us.
Make what you just said make logical sense. Put it in a syllogism. Because that made no sense what you just said.
You just said that they left. When they left, what did they take with them? The resources.
Okay.
Well,
The
before the
infrastructure.
They
election,
taxes, they took all of that stuff and
yeah,
moved
but
over
before
to
white,
But they still
like
take our
suburbs.
taxes,
before
No,
white
which they were
flight, though,
taking
we had
paid your
before,
already
taxes there.
integrated into the
They moved to the
government.
suburbs.
and they still take your taxes.
Integration is
Got it.
social. Why are you talking about
What
government?
definition are you using? That they point to a definition in the chat. I don't know what they're talking about. What
Yeah,
definition are y'all using?
that's some Google shit, man. Y'all gotta stop that.
What definition are y'all using for integration? I'm just trying to see where y'all getting this from. Because I'm saying you're making it up, right? There's no cultural conversation within integration's definition. None.
No,
You're
one
creating
time.
your own definition.
That's some new age shit.
Why I
Yeah,
asked
because I don't see this
what to
definition y'all
you
use.
is your definition? What was your definition of integration versus desegregation? You're trying to say they're synonyms.
Access.
Yeah, because you don't have what is one without the other.
Desegregation is
figure out where
desegregation without
desegregation comes
you don't have
into
to
play.
integrate to desegregate. So they can end all of those laws and still not integrate.
But why are you ending the law? Like,
Because
why
they're
would you end Jim
unconstitutional.
Crow to still not have access? What's the point of that?
They're unconstitutional, right? So yes, you end the law saying that you cannot legally discriminate against these people. You can do
Okay.
that.
And so now the military
That's
enforces
desegregation.
it.
Boom.
And then the
This is what I'm
military
trying to
enforces it.
understand, right? So it sounds like y'all trying to create like this false paradigm. So on one end, you're telling me that desegregation is about taking it down. So how do you what are you rebuilding in its place? Because that's where integration is going to come into play. Unless you're going to stay desegregated while being outside of the country's scope. I'm trying to understand. Right. Yeah. Because these are illogical arguments.
I'm not. Hey, chocolate.
Congratulations, honey. I came up to say that to you. I know it take a lot. If dude was lucky he in the chat or come in later, you know what I mean? Shout out to him. But I do.
Yeah, he need to pull up.
I do have a question for Blue, Willie, and the GOAT.
Yeah, I get you up out of here right quick.
You can if you want to. I ain't here to fight you, sir. Y'all can do that. All I would like to know is why are you guys asking which definition, but then you're asking, well, what is your definition of it? I think from an audience standpoint and from a debater standpoint, that should be defined. The argument was, is it a net positive?
Do you know what it wasn't? Is desegregation a net positive? That's her spin. That's her spin.
My point. My point is desegregation might be a
that's your
positive,
spin.
but integration
if for
is
some
not.
reason they fall for it, I'm not falling. That
Integration is
debate
not
was
the
about
positive.
integration.
But it
yes,
was, it
integration deals with the cultural assimilation.
It doesn't.
Based on what definition? Based on what definition?
Which, okay, before you answer that,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Again, would you gentlemen, where else can you go? You said Blue say don't Google. Where do you get your words from?
I'm
If you
saying
got a
Google it.
thesaurus-
Google it and tell me, please.
Tez, your name ain't Blue. Blue said don't Google it.
Yeah, I'm
I
saying
want to
Google it.
understand why. I did. I did Google it. And Chat GPT, no, I don't even use Chat GPT. But anyway, all I'm saying is, I guess I'm trying to understand if you critiquing the argument, I got you. However, it just sounds like these different definitions, we need to define it. if you gonna come for somebody and
That's
say,
the conversation.
hey, but
So
not
what
to
are
be
you
honest,
saying that integration
Maybe you're
is?
not paying
it's
attention.
not
I
a
mean,
conversation. How you gonna tell me what I'm not paying attention to?
So what are
because
you
I'm
saying your
literally asking
integration
her
is?
to define it. She's running and using desegregation in place of
I literally
integration.
have defined it like 20 times. And every single
Right.
time
So
you
So
say,
are
where
we?
do I
But
no,
are
no,
we?
no,
to
but
But
you're
get?
making
so
it up.
are we
No,
clear
that's not
that
that.
desegregation that does not have a place in the conversation because you were debating integration?
It does have a place.
But how when 1870 you have who was it?
Because the
Hiram
reason
rebels, right?
desegregation is brought up is because he was saying that if I'm not for integration, I must be for segregation.
Wait,
In which I
But
told him
before we
no,
even get
I
to
was for
segregation,
desegregation, just not integration,
but hear what I'm
because
saying.
So
desegregation
I'm trying.
focuses on
Just hold on a second,
dismantling
Charles.
the laws, while
I'm gonna give you
while
a definition.
integration focuses on equity, culture, and
Please, y'all,
quality of
please.
relationships.
Right. So in your mind, then it was better in 1919 when they came and burned down the black community because it was desegregated, but there were no laws to protect said community. Because according to what you're arguing, now that I see it, you're arguing to not integrate and create a diverse, welcoming culture. You're arguing not to be welcomed and treated as equal. You're arguing just removing the barriers in a time where people weren't even being charged with crimes for what they did. You understand that?
I thought that blue.
I'm talking to
I'm sorry.
her.
I understand you're talking to her, Taz. All I'm asking is,
Oh my God.
Lucky stated he was talking about
I'm not
30
talking about
years,
that,
like
nigga.
from.
Like if
I'm
you're
talking
saying
about the
desegregation
argument.
was good, right? What's the
Fuck.
point of it without
I didn't
integrating?
say
I don't
didn't
know
say
what y'all heard,
desegregation is
but like I
good. What I'm
said,
saying is that once people integrated, then the black voice is diluted because you're not in a society around
Diluted
your
way.
peers.
It was
You're
already diluted.
okay.
It was absent. It was absent. It gained notoriety after you end Jim Crow.
Yeah, after you start having people talking about a loss of identity, you know, the whole loss of religion, loss of God. Many of us, by the way we act, we lost our mind. That's a Khaled quote. So you got the people that's totally in, they completely integrate, and they almost try to erase their true history as an individual. And then you have the people that's, you know, anti that. They ain't going for none of it. But I wish I could have saw the debate itself to see exactly what all this is being said.
The black voice is absent throughout Jim Crow. There are no black politicians in the South. Where's your representation coming from?
But now in 1870 there were. That was when blacks were first getting into the government. And I would argue that was integration.
Desegregation does not create the environment that allows a black politician to get in office. This is why you need
it
integration.
creates an environment for y'all to get hung.
I'm just asking, like, you know what I'm saying? This is why you need integration, because integration is what creates the environment according to these definitions. If we're using your definition, then that means just take away the laws, but don't create the environment. Well, if you don't create the environment, then that means they had what they had back then, which was the ability to go and burn down Tulsa.
I mean, they still have that ability, right? So
No, they don't.
in U.S. Senate, Hiram Rhodes Rebels, Mississippi, became the first black person seated in the U.S. Senate in 1870. He was followed by in 1875, the first black senator to serve a full term.
That's
U.S. House
integration.
Representatives,
So
Joseph H.
before you ever
Rainey,
get
South Carolina,
segregation,
1870. Well, who voted them in?
What you mean who voted them in?
Who voted them in? Because our vote ain't shit, right? Or was it the fact that it was such a concentrated
Voters.
black
What you mean
population that they got
that?
voted in?
What you mean by a vote ain't shit?
He just said that our vote wasn't shit, right? What I'm saying is that when they had concentrated black populations. They voted in Black people. When you separate those and you go into societies where you are, because we're a minority people. So now we're going into a society where you have majority white people. So now your vote does get diluted in things that are supposed to go for you, like,
But
stand
white
for you
folk
and
voted
stuff.
for
You're not
rebels
going to
too,
do
though.
that.
Yeah, but that's
White
the
folk voted for
infrastructure,
rebels.
So
though.
that's what I'm saying.
We
It wasn't
needed
just
access
this.
to the
It
infrastructure.
wasn't just this segmented Black society, right? He won senator, right? So that means the state has to vote for you.
And right, but there's a concentration of Black people in those states. That's what I was saying. So then when you
Not
talk
enough like that.
and then when you're
What point are you
separating,
making?
oh my God.
But it's still integration.
The same point that I
Yeah, I
made in
mean,
my
like,
debate.
yeah, y'all niggas
I
think
just-
it is. Y'all go ahead still.
Well, I'll ask a rookie question. So, Blue, where am I supposed to get my information if Google is not it?
Jesus Christ.
Where do you want to go? Don't call Jesus. It wasn't Jesus who said it. I'm asking a question that he said. Y'all killed me with that. It's not a silly question. I got a debate coming up soon. I just asked the question.
You get your
Shit.
information where you get it from. Long as
You
it's
know what,
solid.
Billy? Why don't you stop talking?
So,
I asked Blue,
so I
where
don't
do
even
you
use
suggest
You just stop talking.
that?
from the
Sir,
experience, from how it's applied,
no, I said where.
from how
Sources
it's
of where,
applied.
not Google or
No, from
someone.
how it's applied.
So if you're saying not to Google, then where do you go?
To how it's applied.
Is that a
How was
website?
integration applied?
The laws, the statutes.
Yeah. So I go to Jim Crow. I look at how was the laws applied.
I was asking
What
you,
what was
where
MLK? What did MLK mean?
for
MLK,
research, what
the
do
civil
you
rights.
use? It's a literal, like, straight up question. Like, I'm not
How
reading
the
into.
word is applied.
So you have no other places to search or research that you go to. Okay.
I don't use listen, a definition don't mean nothing.
I didn't say that. I said Google, bruh.
So you just asked me where do I go for a definition? I'm telling you,
Yes.
I'm not using a definition.
All right, but back to Honey though.
That's the
Before we go too
point.
far on left
I'm
field.
Y'all
using
cut me
how the
off.
word.
Let
Hold
me
on,
just
hold
say
on,
this.
hold on. I'm getting her a clear answer.
Hold on.
I don't. I'm not using a def. Hold on, Willie. I'm not giving no definition. I'm using how the word is applied.
I got
So
you.
that whether the definition may say one thing, how it was applied is totally different.
I'm aware of that, sir. I'm asking,
Okay.
what other sources? Where would you go?
Oh my
If you
God.
don't use Google, where is there any place online, other websites that you go to?
All right, but so
It's
Honey, when you said integration
Why are you being
was
rude?
defined,
I'm asking about a search engine.
but you kind of interrupted the conversation though. This about Honey. This about the debate.
No, it's not.
No, I mean,
I just asked a question. The man said that if I'd have said some shit like that, you'd have called me on it. And I'm asking.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't do that.
Nah, but Honey, to that point you had
I
made.
mean, hold on, wait.
Nah, what you
How about
said.
You just
a
Googling shit with
library?
no
All right.
context. I mean, what are we
A
talking about?
library.
Hey, it's cool.
A library.
Thank you.
A library.
Listening, and I grew up in the library, sir.
Okay. Did you need Google?
Man,
What are you talking about? Did I
Did you need Google for the definition? Did you need Google for the definition when you was in the library?
Definition from somewhere
No,
else.
did you need Google for the? But you asked me where else would you get the definition like you had.
No, you ask the librarian, and that's
Wait a
your
minute.
Google, and she'll
What?
point you
No,
to
no,
the
wait
source
a minute.
just like
But you
Google.
asked me.
The sources
There's
in
several
Google and
Asked
Firefox.
me
that
where else would I find a source outside of Google? The definition. That's what you asked me. Did you need Google when you was in the library?
Okay. All right. Y'all got it. I just had the question.
Was that the only way that you could find a definition?
I'm good, Mr. Blue. I'm not
Okay,
arguing with
thank
y'all. Y'all, no, it's not a thank you because it
you.
wasn't.
You asked me the question.
But you didn't answer it, and you
I
only
just did.
after somebody typed in library. You wasn't thinking about a library. I asked you that question 3 times.
Who said library?
I was trying to insult you.
Pathetic, dog. I don't give a fuck how many sources y'all got. Y'all don't know shit. So you can Google all the fuck you want to. When you're dumb, you're dumb.
No, sir.
Google can't help a dumb motherfucker. Google can't help a dumb nigga. I don't
Okay,
give a fuck how much you
go
Google.
past?
Like, this shit annoying as fuck, bro.
Where
Like,
do you
god
go
damn, fam.
for research?
Like
That's
we
a
are
hard
literally
question.
like, fam, like, come on, dog. Like,
Don't
for real.
we have to put sources in our presentation?
For
We just want to get
research?
back to the conversation.
So is your source Google?
Okay, y'all got it.
Let's just get back to integration.
It's cool. Y'all got it.
So, honey, one of the things you said about integration was it was supposed to make things even and even playing field, right? Like, you really feel like the people that were fighting for integration thought that was going to be a fix to being equal, or was it a stepping stone?
Yeah,
Bro, I think y'all keep giving her an out. Let's just deal with her argument because she's implying that, like, for real, this shit is annoying. Like, I sat there and listened to that shit, and now nobody's dealing with what you were arguing. Like, if we have to at some point deal with what changed, like we don't have lynchings, we don't have people burning down communities, we don't have people running blacks out of town. It's so much that's changed since Jim Crow. How is it not a positive?
Yes, desegregation is a positive. Desegregation
What does
got rid of Jim Crow.
desegregation have to do with anything I just said?
That's what got rid of Jim Crow.
No, it is not.
Yeah.
No, it is not. No.
Desegregation is the law ending of those laws.
Applying the laws had nothing to do with desegregation. You weren't segregated out of the laws. What are you talking about? You were segregated from resources. The laws were still supposed to cover you, and they weren't covering you.
Right, and desegregation is the end of the policies of racial segregation. So that ended those laws.
Segregation has nothing to do with the argumentation surrounding lynchings, burning down towns, running black people out of town, and nobody being charged, nobody going to jail.
So what has to do with that then? What are you saying? Because I'm not understanding what you're saying.
Okay, so I'm saying that you're not forced to argue pre-Jim Crow being better for black people. For some reason, you don't think you have to argue that. I'm arguing that the debate was net positive from integration. That's everything. That's everything. I don't know. Why are y'all leaving stuff out? Well, I know why you leave stuff out, but he shouldn't have left that out. The laws weren't even being applied. Emmett Till's murder went uncharged. The federal government ignored it.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about?
Voters' rights, a lot of different things. Yeah.
And you're saying integration helps to end that. Integration,
Yeah.
not ending the laws, but assimilating into society.
What laws?
If you separate it, why would they ever care?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, because it's like, okay, that's why I'm not saying that you're making a point for laws. I'm trying to understand the point you're making.
Because
so you're saying that fuck the laws. I'm saying that these people didn't, because like, okay, it wasn't a law to not prosecute somebody, right? That's not a law. That's the bias of the society.
Right.
So do you
The bias
think
of a Jim Crow
integration
system,
changes
yeah.
the bias of the society?
It certainly did.
Like
Yeah.
taking away fuck the laws, just society itself changed?
Because with your argument, you just go ahead and remove laws and nothing changes. With my argument, you need the Fair Housing Act in 62. You need the Civil Rights Act of 64. You need the Voting Rights Act of 65. This is a process that builds. Integration wasn't just walking through the door. It's a process that was built upon. That's how you got here. You didn't get here on one step.
Right. So yeah, desegregation and then integration. So I'm asking you about the integration part.
But you keep
Pushing
throwing
into the
desegregation.
society.
What does desegregation have to
Desegregation
do
is
with
part of integration, right? It's the part that ended all those. This the part of those all those Fair Housing Acts and all of that stuff. That's all the desegregation, right? That's the laws. Desegregation only deals with the laws, right?
Yeah, nah,
Integration is
You're
going into
changing
the
the basis
society.
of your debate, which you can
No,
do.
I'm
off
not.
the
We're
clock.
talking about integration now, which is assimilating into their society after
It was
all
that
of these laws
we were-
came about.
No, you're assimilating into the society. You were American before integration. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and see that be the argument. So whereas you had the collar thing about you lost your religion, your culture, all the other stuff, and some of you lost your mind. So when you lost all of this stuff, it was being breeded out of you and everything else. It makes it a little bit harder for when people think about the ancestors looking at themselves from that framework, looking at reparations from the framework of we're Americans and coming at it like that across the board, benefits and every single thing else. People are fighting from we black or we Moors or we whatever. And then the Moors people say definitely fight with that name because that's the one that had the most power with it. So not so much America, but Taz is saying, no, embrace your Americanism.
It was never just their society. That was the problem.
You literally built, like, you can't say on one end you built this country.
Oh, like, buddy,
Like, did we build the country or not? Like, first, that we got to start there. Did we build this country?
You all don't believe that we have two different cultures either.
What do you mean?
I don't like you keep
think
changing
that
the arguments,
African
man.
American
I don't like
culture and white culture is the same.
what does that have to do with being
Because
an
that
American
was me.
citizen?
I'm not talking about being an American citizen. You can be an American citizen.
Yes, you are.
when
That's
you
what
are-
that's what integration
Right.
is. That integration moves you closer to your citizenship. That way you can benefit from it. As
Already.
integration
They're
has
African-
nothing
they
to
were
do
Africans.
with culture. Nothing.
Yes, it does.
No, it like, and this what I mean by the definition part though. You're talking about civil rights and what happened through the lens of a like of a dictionary, and it didn't happen in the dictionary.
What's integration without the desegregation? So let's take that part out, the law part. What is integration? When what? We're going into society with them. We're living along.
It would be the
them.
opposite. It
We're
would be
doing
the
everything
opposite.
else.
It would be what is.
We're no
what is
longer living in our
integration
own
without-
cities. We're coming into
Yeah,
their cities, right?
Yeah, that ain't gonna work in no debate with me. We arguing the opposite though. We're arguing why would you use
Swap house.
desegregation
They're
as
not
opposed to
reading that,
integration?
and they just want to They want to just say that that's not the definition.
You
without providing one.
argue desegregation
So I don't know what to
without
say.
integration. Did you or did you not argue desegregation without integration?
Yes.
Right. So I'm asking then again, how do you stop them from burning down black cities? Because that's what we had already.
How does assimilating into their culture stop them from burning down black cities?
I never
We
once
share
said
the
anything
same
about
city.
assimilating
Oh, the
culture.
fact that we no longer have a culture.
This is insane.
code?
Black Wall Street
When
was
did that
assimilating into white culture. Is that an example of assimilating? Is Black Wall Street or Rosewood or any black community an example of assimilating?
black
So why are you saying that? So why are you changing the argument? Those were American citizens.
Right. But you're saying
Right.
that although desegregation happened and they were doing all of that, it needed to be integration in order to stop them from attacking us.
Yes, because the laws weren't being applied to white people. You could literally do
Right,
something to
so we
black
have to
people,
give
and they had no black people
go
had
be
no
around them.
civil rights. Black people had no civil rights.
So we have to give up our
You not
autonomy to go
understand that?
with them. That's what I said.
What autonomy? We ain't have no autonomy. What
You just
autonomy?
named an autonomy. Now you're saying no.
Oh
You're
my
saying,
God.
"No,
We were
we don't want
citizens.
this. We don't
What
want to do
autonomy?
this."
I ain't said nothing of it. She just throwing words around. I don't know where autonomy came
You know what autonomy means? That means we're governing ourselves. That never happened.
So
Right.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
wouldn't have been subject to review of the so-called white man if we had
A
autonomy.
part of the American system.
Governing the Black Wall Street, white people.
It was a part of the American system.
Who was governing it?
It was in
American
Oklahoma,
government.
so it would have been governed by the governor.
White people in
What's the
Oklahoma?
point? What point you getting
Who
to?
running Tulsa? The white people?
What point you getting to?
Ran it?
Yes, because our black dollar used to stay within our black societies, right? At least 30 days before going
What does
outside,
that do?
right? So now it doesn't. Okay.
But wait,
so you're
What
saying
good does
Thank
that
you.
do?
what's
though?
going on, honey?
And y'all finna
It's
let her.
bigger
Y'all
than
should just
that,
let her.
though.
Y'all
Because
should just let her
like
go down that
even
silly ass rabbit hole.
even with Wilmington, North
For
Carolina,
some
right?
reason,
Like
you want to
white
talk
people
more than
used
her.
to pay
You
Alexander
crazy.
Manley to promote their products in his newspaper, right? So it's not just like it was a one-sided thing.
you said what's not a one-sided thing?
It wasn't. You was just saying something about
The
just
black dollar?
right,
Or are
and the
you saying us
reality
giving
was
up stuff to be have a seat at their table?
no. I'm just saying we were capitalizing
The
off of
black
the white dollar
dollar.
as well.
Like, what
They
was
were
that black
paying.
dollar looking
There
like?
ain't no black dollar.
I'm saying white folks
The
was
same
paying
dollar that
us
white people
to
had.
promote their products in our newspapers, right? So I'm not doing a black dollar argument. I'm just doing a dollar argument. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's
So
what
yeah,
she
it wasn't
said.
about just keeping the black dollar in the community. It was about us being able to just do commerce, right? But before what became integration, you have white folk burning down black cities with impunity, and not just Tulsa. You know what I mean? I'm talking Wilmington burning. Alexander Manley had the bag.
So you're saying, abandon us being together to go amongst them so they can leave
No,
us
we
alone.
still were together. That's the point. We were
What
still
are you
together.
saying? You're saying when we're together, they're gonna bomb us.
Making you
So
not
therefore,
be
we need
together.
to go and assimilate with them so that they won't bomb us. That is like literally what you're saying. And then when I repeat it to you, you're saying no.
Integration and
Because I'm
assimilation
saying
are
you are.
parallel.
So yes, so that's because you're talking to them and they want to talk so bad. Talk to me, please, because I'm saying you're already assimilated. There is no them. You're all Americans.
So you're saying that even the black cities, even though it was an influx of black people, that's still an American city, basically. They're doing American things. They're paying American taxes. They're doing American stuff. Black Wall Street is an American idea.
Black American, yes.
But they're being locked out from something that they being taxed for.
And they're being attacked with impunity.
You always the ball left.
Oh my God. What are you
sometimes it is what it is, whether it sounds harsh or not is a different thing. Yeah, and that's the argument people have to this day. Collectivism is not even a part of the conversation because just in conversation, people be ready to chop your throat off. So you had the bad schools at that time and the good schools at that time. So that was the reason for integrating is to be able to have access to that. Then the emphasis put on, because when you start talking about, like, I really believe, like, when it comes to black folks, there's some kind of contract when you make a certain amount of money, you can't even pool your resources. We never see, like, somebody big like Shaq or Jay-Z or any one of these multimillionaire people ever come together in some collaborative effort to help the so-called hoods. But they're saying understanding your position in the situation and that you was fighting for the shit you should have already been given in the first place as being an American citizen.
You read the definition. What do you think access is?
access to something.
What do you think that means?
You get it. It means that you have.
What does that mean? But if you getting access now, what did you have before? What was happening before the access?
No access.
Okay, that means you were locked
So
out.
wait, do you think that blacks in the American government is an example of integration?
No. What?
You don't think us in the government being able to be voted into positions is a clear example of integration?
No.
I mean, this is like it ain't even outside of that. At no point did we have autonomy. We are in their country.
American Affairs Board thing, right? That
Just
would
being
still be
able to
putting
vote.
us. Yes, we're here, but we're kind of outside. Like
Just having the
Native Americans.
ability to vote, though, is an example of integration. So once we're able to win these seats,
Being able
The problem
to
is
vote
she's
is
operating like Plessy worked to our benefit. She's literally operating like there's a separate but equal benefit in America. And this is
No,
what
that's
being
my
told
point.
to
Is that
all day.
integration is not equal. That's why it didn't work. Integration is the thing that's pushing the equality thing, right? They're saying that culturally we can be the same. You're just like me.
You keep saying
We're
culture.
the same. We're the same. Yes,
You're gonna lose me
because
every
that's
time.
the thing that's different. We're the same.
Hey, shout out to Real
Desegregation
Kill
is not
Clip.
saying that. Desegregation is just saying we
Thanks
can't,
for subbing.
that was never the integration
touch
argument.
your
though.
face.
This is
Not
crazy.
even
Is it ever the integration argument to be equal?
No, that
Are you
became
kidding?
no. Like the integration argument was about not.
Yes, I'm saying yeah.
Yeah, it was
Absolutely.
about not dehumanizing people. It was about giving people access. It was about
equality. Like, what are we doing?
So
Yeah,
what
as
I'm
an
saying,
American citizen.
Taz, what I'm
Like,
saying
what are we
is,
talking
though,
about, fam?
I don't think
Okay,
those
fine.
leaders.
Socially.
I don't think those leaders thought
This
that
is insane.
integration would equal
No,
equality on
but
the scale we were looking for. But it was
no,
a
you
necessary step. As hell.
Will, you literally you're an American citizen. The point was to be treated like
No, I agree with that point. But I'm
like,
saying
I
our
don't know why
leaders.
that's hard.
I'm saying our leaders didn't think that was an end all be all in terms of the
They
level
did.
of
Yeah.
equality we were
Here,
looking
I
for.
have a dream
If
speech.
you're forced to be an
That's all it is
American
about.
citizen, why wouldn't it be the end all be all?
Because you're still black, right? Because
But
you
you're
still
forced
have the
to be an American citizen.
Now you're turning into my argument, right?
This is
yo
insane,
all
fam.
American
It's
citizens
fucking
ain't
crazy.
I
Bro,
don't.
you flip flopping.
Yeah,
Washington.
you tripping
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
saying financially, all American citizens aren't equal, right? I don't think.
Shout out to Psychopathus and shout out to the after party and the whole discussion about integration. But yeah, go check out his channel. We're gonna have to do better at the end of the day. Try to understand each other when we having these discussions and try to progress from them. Or in the point having them in the first place. That show was called Do Work. But I have competition in the late night now. So many people got shows going on. We got to acknowledge them. But for now, let it be known, y'all. If you haven't liked the stream, make sure you hit the like button. Like, comment, and subscribe. Support the channel by the Cash App, which is $KNIGHTISH1, or by the PayPal, which is paypal.me/IDLNO. But for now, be great.
We'll shut this motherfucker down!
That's all, folks.